Happy Sunday, everybody. This is Jeremy Larson with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, PenFed Realty, Texas, y'all. So this is 613 Montreal in Dallas. My client's running behind, so I thought I would do a video. This is an interesting compare-contrast from the home yesterday. This one is also a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. This one is $385,000, where the one, if you saw that video, was $365,000. Try to see if I can get in the backyard here. This is a 1920s home. Bet this is the water heater. Gonna venture a guess. Yep. Not the newest water heater I've ever seen, but we'll see if it works. The electrical looks really tidy. Ha ha ha. So you can see that this is the original part of the house. There are 2 outbuildings on this property. Accessory dwelling units, we would call them. Give you a full scope here. It's a big lot. It's a very big lot. Alley access. Looks like the city's even repaved that. There's a home back there with an accessory dwelling unit. Looks like the plumbing's new. I'm sure that's not sprinkler. Okay. Clean alley. That's a nice touch. You don't always see that in Dallas neighborhoods. So this must have been an apartment, extra revenue generating. Who knows if it's actually functioning, but I'm sure they're basing part of that 385 value on this dwelling unit being here. Curious what this is. So this door from the back side is nailed shut. Empty houses in the center part of town are notoriously, I can't get this open. Oh, it's screwed shut. Are notoriously prime targets for break-ins. Sometimes they're after appliances, but sometimes they're just trying to get in. This is actually a good sign. This indicates to me that they probably had the sewer pipes replaced. I see gas lines running in. Oh, there's a gas meter over there. So these must be the old ones. I recently sold a house that, if I remember correctly, was 1913. And these houses do have a lot of quirks. This one probably has more. Do have a pleasant front porch. When I was inside earlier, I was trying to decide where the original house started and stopped, because I don't think the kitchen is in the original location. If you look down this side, you can see that that was probably the dining room. This is living. One of the house geeky things that I do is I get into Sears catalogs from the 1920s, 1930s, and it's remarkable. You can really see some of the homes that are from this era in those catalogs. So, original fireplace brick. This is absolutely not code. I kind of chortled when I saw this. So there's a gas stub for fireplace. No doubt this has been blocked off over the years. But to still have a gas stub there and yet have vinyl flooring wrapping inside that area, not good. Anyways, so there's built-ins there. Those I'm sure are original. The trim detail over the windows is really cool. I'm sure all of that is original. I doubt seriously the kitchen was here. What typically happened was you had the the main living area, which they would consider a parlor, and then these bump out areas here were more typically dining. And this does have original trim across the top here. So I'm fairly certain this was the original dining room. And oftentimes, like where this header is here, that would have been double doors that were pocket doors or something of that nature to delineate the spaces. Sometimes it was open, sometimes it was with pocket doors or something else fancy. I'm curious why they didn't reinvigorate the original wood floors. My guess is that this house was a rental for a time. Quartz countertops, little lazy Susan action going on here. Needs to be adjusted. This house kind of needs a little bit of everything everywhere. The backsplash was not very professionally done. You can see that it's off in its pattern. It doesn't meet up in the corners. I can put in a backsplash, good grief. Thought this was more interesting just from the standpoint of a comparison. This house desperately needs new windows. These windows were probably put in the 60s or 70s. So this is the front room. Again, original trim, original trim. The doors and the casings have been replaced, which is really a shame. Baseboards have been changed. And I'm sure that this floor plan barely resembles its original. Commode here. Interestingly, gas there. I'm sure that was probably what am I trying to think of? For heating, a register. Not a register. Y'all think of it. So, prefab vanity, nothing bad. Freestanding shower. It's missing the shower head. The doors do not all open and close. Most of these houses of this era are on pier and beams, and they tend to move around a bit. So we are where I think the kitchen originally was, because this smaller window is a big indicator to me, because this would have originally been cabinets running across, sink in the center, and cabinets to either side. That was really common. Interestingly, you can see the siding as this space here was surely outside originally. The opposite side of this is utility. This is really beautiful siding. And it returns, you can see it behind the trim here. It returns over here. So this was probably the door from the kitchen to the exterior porch, I'm guessing. And at some point they added a bathroom. We've got smooth ceilings in here. We have popcorn in here. Prefab vanity. Kind of silly that whenever they were doing this, that they didn't extend it across. I think this remodel is several years old, maybe 4 or 5 years old. There's another shower. There is no tub in this house. Some storage behind the door. As far as masters go, this is plenty big enough. There's another gas radiator. That's the word I'm looking for, radiator. LED cans, and then there's this bonus room back here. Again, original trim around these windows, original trim around that window. So this, hard to say what this was, because having original trim, oh wait a minute. See the height of that versus the height of that? Someone tried to mimic the trim, but This height is what's throughout the rest of the house. This height is different, so I don't think this was an original window. Hard to tell on the outside because the outside is vinyl siding. This is the utility room. I don't know if you can tell this from the camera, but this is a quirk and feature of houses this age. This wall is tilting this way. You can see the siding. This is the back side of that closet that we saw in the master bedroom. There's a scuttle for the attic space. And they have nailed the door shut. We had the same problem when I was in new home construction. An empty house is just a target. So this was a porch. I didn't notice this earlier, but this header running along here would have run all the way down, and this would have been a rear porch. All of that is would have been used as exterior soffit material. There's more siding. This was probably a door from the outside to the inside. A lot of homeowners kept borders back in the day. So this back area may have been a bedroom with an exterior door to keep a border. All these weird things that I've picked up over the years. So there you have it. $385,000. A big draw is that we are very near Bishop Arts. Very popular neighborhood in Dallas. Hope you all enjoyed that. Have a great day.